Hello Internet, Kinda Plague Mask back, and this is my Mechtober review coming out at promptly November 3rd. I'm sorry for the wait. So first thing you might notice, I have abandoned the gloves because I need to be able to manipulate my hands. I need to be able to manipulate the Lego creations more easily, and the gloves are making that difficult. And uh, I'm no longer wearing the costume for these reviews. I'm gonna be doing the costume mostly for whenever the camera is facing me. But all that aside, let's get into the actual mech. So I built this for Mechtober, and this is intended to be uh, kind of a Hulkbuster style mech, um, like the Hulkbuster from Age of Ultron. It obviously doesn't look like that at all, but I wanted to have a complex opening, and I wanted to use some new joint styles that I watched from Chubby Bots, and this is really what came out of it. So let's start talking about uh, the the details. So starting off, we have one of these black pieces, and this mech has a mostly a red torso. That's because my brother had recently gotten the Ferrari F8 Tributo, a picture of which will be showing up shortly. And uh, a couple weeks in, he ripped it apart, and the pieces got thrown into the Lego bin. Um, hair, hair not included. Um, the pieces got thrown into the Lego bin, and some of them are here. Others are probably still in the Lego bin. So we have this pentagon piece up at the front, kind of looks like a windscreen. A lot of ball joints were used on this thing, hinge joints. Uh, Going on to the back, we have some thrusters for flight capabilities. We've got a lot of anti-studs on the back. The back does not look good, really. Like, you can see there's a lot of anti-studs on the legs, anti-studs underneath the feet, but nobody cares about that. Um, this is more of an Mechtober experiment for me. There's one more thing I have built for Mechtober, but that is insanely fragile on the knees, and I will probably be not. I might review it today. We'll see how it goes. But it has some guns. This is a battle mech, which is the main kind of mech that I build. So we have some missile pods on the shoulders. The right gun looks like this is based off of like a Gatling gun, minigun type thing. That's it for the right gun. For the right arm. On the left arm, we have some sort of energy pulse weapon. There you go. I'm looking at this all inverted, so I can't really see how well. I really can't really see computer screen. And we also have like this kind of cannon. The elbow joints. I guess I'm getting into the articulation now, maybe. But the elbow joints are this style. You may have seen them on like some of Mishima Productions mechs. They hold together pretty well, but they're very hard to move, and when it's hard to get which it's hard sometimes, and when you're rotating it, you don't know which one you're going to rotate. That's partially because this piece I have is fairly loose. So I'm in the articulation now. So the shoulders on ball joints, the elbow joints, and it has two elbow rotations. The legs, the knees are on these ratchet joints, which are very weak. It's just come on, focus. Just that, it's just that piece. And the feet are on ball joints. They're on this kind of they're on that kind of stick ball joint. I guess you could call it like a microphone piece, because that's kind of what it looks like. So sometimes he likes to say and sometimes he doesn't. That's pretty much it for the features, the articulation, but there's some more stuff that we got to go through, so let's get to that. So I want to talk about a little bit of durability first before we get to the other stuff. Uh, it holds together pretty well when there's not a minifigure in it. This section tends to collapse, but their worst problem is the entire arm section is held on by 4 studs, which seems like a lot, but when you actually get down to it, through playing with this thing, you can be like, oops, or more accurately, you can be trying to pose this thing, and you like just it just comes off extremely easily. It's not nearly as delicate as the other one, so I guess that's a good thing. But it can fit a minifigure, and I have my Iron Man. I think this is the Mark 50 from Infinity War. It might be the Mark 85 from Endgame. I'm pretty sure it's the Infinity War one. And I wanted to have kind of a complex opening feature, so the whole top opens up, these side panels open up, and the whole front opens down. That collapses in. These hmm, there we go. You have to squeeze this in a while and make sure I didn't have you have to have his arms. You know how well you can see this? You have to have his arms all the way back against the uh thing. So that's how you close it. But I did make one accessory because I did base this off of the Hulkbuster and I wanted it to be able to kind of look like it. So I took this dish piece and I stuck a 2x2 round plate on the bottom, and this that's you just pop that piece off. I'll get that later. And connect this piece. Somehow you managed to connect this piece. It is only attached with 2 studs. There you go. That's that looks pretty good, but I do prefer this piece. So I'm gonna change that back real quick. That's pretty much it for this one. Um, there's a lot of cool stuff, but there's also some bad stuff. And I will see you possibly later today, but probably not. See you on the next time. This has been Gyno Plague Mask signing out.